Hey folks, welcome to Chapter 14, Exploring Social Media and E-Business. This will be in conjunction with Chapter 11, the marketing chapter. These two chapters really do work hand in hand, particularly in the fact that social media and e-business is really taking over much of the marketing piece. And so let's get started. So first of all, social media, it's the online interaction that allow people and businesses to communicate and share ideas. In a recent poll, this is how popular it's become. 79% of adults are active on Facebook here in the US, 65% on YouTube, 32% use Instagram, 29% are active on LinkedIn, 24% are active on Twitter, and 22% are active on TikTok. And so obviously it's very, very popular, and I think businesses are becoming more adept at using it to drive revenues. So this is why most companies use it: increase exposure, increase traffic, develop loyal fans, provide marketplace insight, generate leads, and then improve search rankings. Okay, these are the 6 main reasons why companies are finding it effective to use social media. In a crisis, social media can be an invaluable tool. Many executives believe that it can help a company recover from a crisis. During a crisis, companies can use social media to answer questions. They can use it to reassure the public, and they can also use it to present positive information. So a perfect example, a few years back, the Gap stores, they changed their logo. Within an hour of them doing that, Twitter blew up with their loyal customers outraged the fact that they would change the logo. And so the Gap came back within a day and changed the logo back, and then reassured their customers that they're not going anywhere, that they're the same company that they've always been. And so they use social media, one, to understand what their customers were feeling, but then also to put out the fire, to present the positive information, and to reassure the public that the Gap was still the Gap. So it's really important that employees should be trained in social media, basically in the etiquette and really to monitor the sites to see what's being said about the company and their products. And so it's a very useful tool. It's big in targeting customers, right? Many companies use social media, particularly now Instagram and Facebook for certain ages. For those of you that don't know, the average age of a new Facebook user is about 50 years old. So maybe you don't use Facebook because you're younger, but your customers do. And so they're the ones with the disposable income, so you need to be reaching out and utilizing Facebook, along with Instagram and TikTok and the other platforms. But it's really great at increasing awareness and building brand loyalty, particularly with millennials who are very tech savvy, okay? Social media marketing, it's all about utilization of software and computer technology and the internet to provide information about your firm's products and services. It will absolutely increase sales and improve your customer service awareness. Research indicates that companies are shifting their advertising money from TV, from the radio, from magazines, to strictly digital marketing. They're getting more bang for their buck, and they're reaching more people, and they can specifically target people. I know you have all been on your website and done a search for clothing or done a search for some product. Then you go to your social media site, and next thing you know, you're inundated with ads for those specific things. They use this marketing tool to help drive their business with their specific clients. Right, that specific target market we talked about in Chapter 11, they're using social media to be able to do that more effectively now. So today, many companies have been quite successful using social media marketing, not only to develop customer awareness, but also to obtain specific sales leads. Okay, part of that is this inbound marketing, which is a term that describes the way of gaining attention and ultimately customers by creating content on a website. So not only do you have your social media working for you over here, you have this website that can be very active, that drive people, the social media sites drive people to the website, which generates the revenues. Again, with marketing, social media marketing is only one aspect of digital marketing. It also includes SEO, which is search engine optimization, using keywords in the website in order to rank higher in search engine results. Why is it when you type in, Nike Air Pegasus, you get Nike? The top 3 Google searches are Nike, but the next one is Dick's Sporting Goods, and the next one is, Foot Locker. But when you type in Nike Air Pegasus 32, the first one that comes up is Nike, then the second one that comes up is Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay? It's all about search engine optimization. The right keywords will drive people to your site. Okay? And then search engine marketing, that's using buying ads like Google AdWords to increase traffic. Display advertising is buying banner ads on social media. And then email marketing is actually targeting specific customers through opt-in email campaigns. So lots of different options for digital marketing. And lots of careers within this field with big companies and small digital firms. It's another way to recruit employees using social media, and not just LinkedIn, which is more social networking, but using Facebook, using Instagram to drive your company's message, which will hopefully then get people interested not only to buy your product, but potentially come work for your company. Okay? There's 4 or 5 steps to build a social media plan, right? So you have to have a plan, just like in marketing, you have a marketing plan. You also have to have a social media plan, right? You need to listen to determine opportunities. What are the things that are happening out there that will allow us to drive our business? You need to establish objectives, segment and target your social media customer, select the tools you're going to use, and then implement and integrate the plan. How do we measure it? Well, really, there's a couple of different ways. One, quantitative social media measurement, right? Those are those measurements such as counting the number of website visitors, clicks, counting the number of fans and followers, how many likes are you getting, the number of leads generated. These are all quantitative, numbers-based metrics that you're measuring to see if you're being effective or not, okay? And what happens is you set these KPIs, these key performance indicators. You set the KPI. We need, in order to drive, for every dollar we sell, we need to have, 10 clicks, or for every $100,000, here's how many clicks we think we're going to need, or here's how many likes we think we're going to need. Here's how many carts we're going to not leave empty. Because what happens is you go to purchase something and you leave your shopping cart empty because if something happens, maybe you forget to go purchase it. And so one of the KPIs is the number of empty shopping carts. Okay? So are these customers coming back to buy, or they've just moved on? And so these KPIs, these key performance indicators, are crucial to understand what's happening with your quantitative measurements, the numbers. Okay, these are all numbers. The other thing that's important is qualitative measurement. What are people saying about you? You can look through all of social media. You can look through Twitter. You can use TwitReach, which are platforms, TwitReach or Hootsuite or HubSpot, that will basically tell you what people are actually saying about you. And so this qualitative social media measurement is just, if I say, hey, I hate Starbucks, it's important for me as Starbucks to understand that. And so using this qualitative measurement, the things that people are saying about you, that's really important. And so that sentiment analysis is key. Define any business, pretty basic. It's basically electronic business. It's the organized effort of individuals to produce and sell for a profit goods and services through the use of the internet, through websites and social media. Mobile marketing is actually using the cell phone. More people now, there was a time when nobody would utilize their cell phone to purchase anything. But with apps like the Amazon app, where you can just now slide and click, slide and purchase, more people are becoming much more comfortable utilizing their mobile devices to purchase products. And so that now is revolutionizing how much money can be made, because now everybody has a cell phone basically, and they're all willing to use it to buy. And so that's important to understand as a marketer, as an e-business professional. The difference in e-business versus regular business, though, our resources are changing a little bit. We still have, we've talked about the 4 resources. We still have those 4 resources: HR, information, finance, and material, but they're a little bit different. In terms of our human resources, now we need website designers, we need programmers, we need webmasters, we need social media listeners, we need digital marketing experts, we need Google Analytics experts. Those are all things that you could potentially go into in marketing. For information, we need customer tracking systems, order fulfillment tracking systems, online content monitoring systems, right? Those are the Google Analytics, those are the Hootsuites, the Twit reaches. For material resources, now we need computers, software, high-speed internet. For finance, we need investors interested in supporting e-business, and then we need electronic payment from customers. So it's a little bit different now. Still need those 4 resources, but the resources are different. Internet growth. This is big, right? So about 3.7 billion of the 7.5 billion people in the world use the web. And about 89% of the U.S. population uses it. So on the other hand, the number of internet users in the world's developing countries is expected to increase dramatically. So all these developing countries that have long since not been able to have internet access are now gaining it. And now the market can explode. So now you could be working here in San Diego doing business, creating your own website, creating your own social media, advertising, and sell to people in India, in China, in Central and South America. Okay? Experts predict that the number of companies using e-business to increase sales and reduce expenses will continue to increase. It's just going to get bigger. The pandemic doesn't help, right? That pandemic, it did not help. Brick and mortar companies, more people now are staying at home and they're buying online. And that's just the way it goes. And Jeff Bezos and Amazon will just continue to fulfill the needs of the world. There are some definitely ethical and legal concerns. Unauthorized computerized tracking, the cookie, those are, that's wrong. And I know Google at some point is talking about potentially eliminating the cookie. Hopefully that happens soon. Data mining, again, that's that a company tracks or buys, your list, your information from another company, and then they go out and they market to you. And so data mining, that searching through data and records to find users, it's not necessarily ethical. It's not necessarily illegal though either. Internet crime, malware is big. Ransomware, identity theft, fraud. Those are all things that the internet and computers have opened us up to. And so there are definitely some legal and ethical concerns we need to be aware of before we start to utilize these platforms and start to build our e-business. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, at some point, if you haven't already, at some point you're going to want to do this. So these are things that you need to be aware of. And that's it. That is Chapter 14. And so I hope you got something out of this. Continue to do your reading and make sure if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to post them in Canvas and I'll respond. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.